Hi, welcome back to Martial Paths. I'm Sensei Jim, and I'm kind of under the gun today. There's supposed to be a thunderstorm, so I was kind of hoping to get this done and out of the way before the thunderstorm came in. Fortunately for me, the storm is holding its breath, and that's fortunate because, well, that's what I wanted to talk about today, was breathing in the martial arts. And one of the first things that I encountered was from karate experience. One of the first things you do in class is, of course, you do this small little meditation at the beginning of class where your sensei will ask you to breathe in and then breathe out 4 times slower. So the mathematics of this goes kind of like this. You breathe in for 1 second, and then you breathe out for 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000. It's a little odd. It's definitely very different than your normal breathing pattern is. And what it's supposed to do is that it's supposed to establish the empty mind, or mushin, as they call it in Japanese, or Okinawan. And what you're supposed to be able to do with that is that you're able to push all your stresses out of your mind. And that creates a blank slate, where you can more easily receive information from the instructor during class. Another effect of this is, of course, these small little endorphin dump that you get, which helps you relax and set your mind to the task at hand. And it's also really good for recovery. In between exerting yourself, you can take 30 seconds, use that technique, and it's actually pretty good to sort of recover your breath a little bit faster than you would if you were just simply panting. But that particular technique is very different from something else that happens in karate, which is the breathing technique that facilitates explosive power. So you're in your horse stance, you're here, and all of a sudden you're like, and you hear that sound quite often in a karate class, and you'll also hear it mirrored in professional boxing matches and professional kickboxing. And that's what that's supposed to do. It's supposed to help you facilitate power through technique. But those two techniques are they're aspected in a way to produce a certain result. Whereas when you delve into the Indian or the Chinese traditions, such as Kundalini and Buddhism versus Qigong and Taoism, the idea is more about analysis of the breath itself. And one of the things that you should be taking away from this is the rhythm of the breath and whether there's any little glitches in the breath or stutters. If you have a stutter in your breath, chances are you're going to have a stutter in your vocalization. And if you have these little glitches there, then the idea behind that is that you're going to have them in your general behavior everywhere else you go. And what you want to do with the breathing is to address that kind of issue by making a focused effort to produce a smooth, gentle, regulated breathing process. Hopefully that smooths out those glitches and stutters, and thus it smooths out your interactions with everybody else and your environment later on. I wouldn't be here doing what I'm doing right now if I hadn't gone through that process myself. And one of the best things that I ever did in martial arts was take a seminar on the 6 healing breaths. Through that particular seminar, I realized that with the vocalizations that come with this, that the vocalizations exacerbated what was already there. It helped me see the problem. And from there, I was able to sort of figure out, it's like, look, I got to smooth that out. Okay, and my breathing was really, I was breathing in really fast, and then I was exhaling really fast, but then it would sort of trail off. And I wanted to sort of even those peaks and valleys out quite a bit. And because of that, I was able to get rid of those stutters in my breathing and thus get rid of the stutter in my vocalizations that's been plaguing me most of my life. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here doing this in front of a camera right now with these 5-minute Shakespearean soliloquies. I'm Sensei Jim, and this is Martial Paths.